and welcome to UAT Time within the United Countries special by First Ukraine. You can find us on the frequencies available on our website, firstua.com. I'm Sergey Velichanskiy.
And I am Olivier Vedrine. UAT Time is dedicated to bring Ukraine and Europe closer to each other by introducing the real Ukraine to the rest of the world.
In times of crisis, culture suffers first. But is that right? If it seems that we have crisis all 24 years of our independency, maybe we need to take a different look. Nevertheless, we have some of the world's best representatives from our culture on the best concert halls stages in the world.
Our guest today is Susanna Chakhoian, an honored artist of Ukraine and the Soloist of National Opera House of Ukraine. She is laureate of international singing competitions and has performed with great success on many opera and concert stages in Europe.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Yes. It's going to be, fun because we are very much interested in what is happening right now in your career, because you have participated in some of the best opera. Let's see.
Competitions, you mean?
No, not competitions. You played the main part in Lucia del Lammermoor, Donizetti, Rigoletto, Verdi, Romeo and Julieta of Gounod.
Romeo Juliette, pardon.
Oh, no.
Romeo and Juliet.
Voilà.
Je m'appelle Serge.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. Everybody know Romeo and Juliet.
Nicht verstehen.
That was my debut.
Really?
Juliette, yeah. That was my first role.
The Bohemians of Puccini, and
La Bohème.
let me say it in Italian, Il flauto magico, right?
Yeah.
Il flauto magico.
Flauto.
Oh, the flauto magico, the magic flute.
Of Mozart.
Yes. And of course the Pearl Fishers of Bizet.
French.
Yeah.
But then-
Les pêcheurs de perles.
Wow.
That's. But then one of the while I was doing the research on all of the lot of different activities, one interesting fact was that Yevgenia Miroshnichenko, the famous Yevgenia Miroshnichenko, she called you and she asked you that you recorded the tales from the Vienna woods, and she said, you know what, it's very decent. And that was you said that was one of the best compliments.
Yeah, that's true. And today, when I'm a teacher since a couple of years, and I still do the same as she did. Yeah, that's not bad. And my students know, okay, that's good. That was really good. Okay, so decent, not bad. Yeah, it's better to do it that way rather than just say, yeah, you're a genius, you're perfect. Then the student is losing this motivation. You see, and the stimul to make it further. Yeah.
There is always room to grow, and that's as a teacher, I think that's true. You can never say, 10 out of 10. You can always say 7, 8, and to show that there is room.
Sometimes in between, but not very quick, very often.
All right. Olivier is a professor too. So, what grades do you give to students?
Never 10 to 10.
Okay. All right. And you don't sing, right?
I know. No.
Yeah, politicians are like that.
I am also a little bit British.
Okay. All right. So you've got an interesting question.
Yes. I wanted you to present yourself, but you did a performance as soprano, the Mozart Requiem for Maiden Memorial. And what was your feeling during? Because what was your feeling with doing this event?
The first thought was, of course, yeah, that's Requiem, Mozart. The great, the genius music, and besides fantastic colleagues on the stage. That was National Symphonic Orchestra and one of the best choruses in the world, Dumka, and wonderful colleagues, I mean the singers, the soloists with me. And that was so exciting. But the second thought, oh my God, that's such a big responsibility to stay there on the stage in front of millions of people. Actually, it has been broadcasted, and all this story, you could see these faces. Normally, you perform this music in the Philharmonic Hall, and it's something. You could hide yourself from real feelings. You could concentrate yourself on the music, on how it's made. But there on Maidan, to see all these faces, all these thousands of people bringing flowers, all these memories in your head, that was the most difficult thing about this event, not to allow yourself to cry. Because it's killing. It's killing on the stage. One could cry with the heart, but we are not allowed to cry. As all the people, you see. That was so exciting, and that was so high in feelings and
humbling, very humbling. Usually things like this, very.
But it was, of course, it was a privilege to be chosen for this project, and I'm happy that I did it and I had it in my life.
But you are also an honored artist of Ukraine.
Yeah, actually.
That's why they choose you, because...
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so, no. By that time, as I got this title, I already stopped dreaming about that. Because with my, Armenian name, I thought, okay, I will never get it, and suddenly this news came. I got a call. I was singing the magic flute.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That was 5 minutes before the performance.
Magical.
And I got this call, from cabinet of ministers, and they said, this is. I'm sorry, I can't speak to you. Please call me later. That was.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You say that?
Would you please stay on hold?
Mr. President, I am busy. Thank you.
I waited for this for so long. You can wait a little. That's not now. Wait. That's
It's
perfect.
of course funny, but it's pleasant actually. It's pleasant.
Actually, I know how sometimes I was the official host speaker for Euro 2012. At the stadium. I was entertaining the people. So 1 year prior to that, I got the similar call. Hello, Sergey, yes. Would you be interested to be the official host speaker in Kyiv, for the final and for all the games here? And I was like, give me 5 seconds to think. Yes! It's like, yes! So, it is. Well, I think Ukraine is a magic country in a sense, because in some ways you wait for some things, you never hope that it's going to happen, and suddenly it happens, and it's good. Because I think it's reasonable that you are representing Ukraine, regardless of your last name. Seriously,
of course,
you're proud to be representing Ukraine in all the international, concert halls, opera houses, and so I think it's good. It is.
Yeah, but opera is can I say, the lux in art.
Yeah.
The top level. And for me, opera is at the top level. It's like that. And I think each diva in opera are an ambassador of a country.
That's true.
See Maria Callas.
for
example.
You know, in some cases that we have ambassadors, sport ambassadors,
Yeah.
because somehow they get promoted much better because of PR, of you know, people's interests of different sports. So we have Andrei Shevchenko, who has become, you know, a legend. We have brother Klitschko's, but unfortunately, the real heart of the culture, which we have and we can be proud of, is not that promoted, is not that well known. So somehow we need to change that.
I couldn't agree more. Let's do it.
But yes and no, because opera is, for me, is something like elite in art. You know, for me, you know, this is like the French cuisine and McDonald's.
Yeah.
If you want to understand the French cuisine, you have to be prepared to understand the French cuisine. Everybody can eat McDonald's, but not everybody can eat and understand the French cuisine. And this is also with opera. You need to go slowly to the opera.
Yeah, I don't understand French cuisine. So.
Eat hamburger if you want.
No. Well, yeah, maybe.
But for me, Pavarotti, Maria Callas, and Placido Domingo is the best one. This is more than...
That's true.
But Pavarotti was with his friends. They were promoting actually what they did with these concerts. Yeah, for a million auditorium. That was promotion. They did not only the performances in the theater for several thousand people, but for millions of people in stadium and so on. Yeah?
In Ukraine, you don't do that, or because yes, in Europe we are doing some opera festival,
open air festivals. Yeah.
Well,
you should cultivate it. You should bring some new audience to the theater. Yeah, through these projects.
Yeah. To make it as big, you first of all need to have an interest of a TV channel. You know, at this point, TV channels are interested in pop culture more than in this kind of...
Unfortunately, yeah.
So, secondly, then, once the TV channel is there, then the sponsors will come to make it real big and real nice. To have some real nice, real good guests come to perform, to really make a big festival.
But you know, if we show to the young generation some part of some famous opera, you will be very surprised. You will, you know, you say that I am a professor and I know a lot of students, and I know that if we show to those students some opera, they can become fan of that. But now, you know, because of education, more and more people prefer to go to pop because it's more easy to go to pop music. But really, in education, you need to show also this classic music.
Yes.
And this is the difference between bad and good education, for me.
That's true. That's true. Now, last year, you were presented to the audience in a little bit new capacity. As a dancer.
Oh my God!
Yes,
I know
I
what
saw
you
the
mean.
video. I saw the video. Yes, with your husband, Alfred Proust. Proust.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just do the Cyrillics.
Proust is another story. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Proust. All right. So with your husband, you participated in the show. And actually, you have some good results, some good marks.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? How did you end up in doing this? And you know, how fun it was.
That was enormous fun. And yesterday we were recalling all these things, details about the project, and I said, I wish it could continue somehow, somewhere, but okay. It was fun, yeah. And I love try something new in my life, because on the stage, on the opera stage, it's one story. I studied that since I was 5 years old, you know, in the school, in the music school.
Yes.
But television, all these projects, dancing, it's something really exciting, and it's giving a new kick in your career, I think.
Well, actually, talking about promotion, somehow in Ukraine, in our cultural setting, we have better promotion through these kinds of projects and shows, TV shows, rather than your own, you know, your primarily what you're known primarily, because, like, yeah, a lot of people that have become famous only after the TV or dance show or something like this. That is interesting. But that's the way it works.
In France also, you know, we have this dance show.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
for
we have
example.
that in France. This is the same. You know.
No, I know, but sometimes when the new people get promoted like this, that's one thing. But we have people that are pros and divas in their own field. Now they become a little more known to the general audience. That's good. I think that's good. And I think it's good that you are not reserved to your own thing, what you do. You're open to, you know, to try out new.
Yeah.
But how was your husband? I think because in the interview you gave, you know, you have. Well, first of all, he's Austrian, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he's the kind of man that to me, that he needs to have milk in the refrigerator all the time, right?
You know, whole details. So, you know, we're
I've done my homework. Yes.
You're good in research.
But because the funny is that, you know, I have a loved one, and she needs to have milk in the refrigerator, not me. So I get
something familiar to you. Okay.
I get in trouble every time, and there is no milk over there. But with your story, that's where, you know, stood out to me. That I thought that was funny. That is interesting. So how did he manage in the dancing in this show? How did you know, how this? What was his impression?
You know, we're both Tauruses in horoscope,
yes.
yeah? And we are similar in some things, in accepting life as it is, in accepting all possibilities which life gives us, yeah? And then Alfred was accepting that after several weeks, because he was not sure about dancing, but the TV project as it is, he said, of course, yeah, that's great, yeah.
So I can give it a try.
He has more courage in these things even than I, but the man should be like that, yeah, to give the hope and energy, yeah.
It recalls me a story when I produced one breakdance festival. People sometimes came to me and said, "Do you break dance?" And I said, "Well, I break when I dance." So that's,
oh my God.
You know, isn't that the feeling sometimes that Alfred might have felt at that time?
At the beginning, it was like that, yeah.
I'm sure it was tough.
But he had no fear at all. I had.
Okay.
I had lots, but he not. Not at all, yeah.
You looked very, very good on the stage.
Thank
very
you.
comfortable, very normal, and so I think that's good. All right.
Yeah, and I want to come back to art and cultural aspect. What do you think now in Ukraine about creativity, art festival? Do you think that Ukraine, you have a lot of way of thinking art, or do you think Ukraine is an artistic country?
Of course. We have such an enormous potential in this area, and the country should take care, should more take care about the people who representing this country abroad, who who is bringing this culture to our people, yeah, to Ukrainians. And unfortunately, last years they show that some talented people they're leaving the country. Mm-hmm. That's a big tragedy. I think I think it is, and we're losing the generation now. Yeah. And about creativity, I would say that it's, of course, it's related somehow with the economics. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
The main accent now is, of course, on economics. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the country is getting stability, at this aspect, the creativity will come like that. Yeah. You see, because it's budget. It's a question of budget, of course, of political will. I understand that our politicians now, they don't have a hat for cultural projects. But if we remember the words of Winston Churchill, maybe you know that, he was signing the papers during the Second World War. About the budget of the country, of the Great Britain, and he was looking it through, and he didn't find any article about culture. And he was asking, what about culture? Why we don't have any spending on culture? And their people, his people were telling, but excuse me, sir, but this is war times. And Winston Churchill said, but if we don't have culture, this war is senseless.
Yeah.
See, he was a very wise politician.
Very wise.
That's what we should tell maybe our
but
politicians.
that's why I ask you this question, because I think like Winston Churchill, that
it will be too late in a couple of years if we don't care
now.
Now
you have to do now. You have to organize festival. You have to organize, because for me you can win the war also with cultures, because cultures is the soul of the nation. And that's why Winston Churchill was right. And I saw your country. I went to several parts of your country, in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. And I saw a lot of different cultural aspects. Very nice. Here people are very sense of creation. They have a lot of energy. And where is this energy now?
These kind of projects, they are made only by commercials, by private entrepreneurs or something like that. Yeah. Unfortunately, and they are not shown to the masses, to the mass public.
Now, I want to ask actually a couple of questions, and we have 2 minutes left, as usually. We don't have enough time when we have a fun conversation. But with your husband, you have an international cultural program, Austria, Ukraine without frontiers, without borders, without frontiers.
Vienna Soirée.
Yes, exactly. Okay, all right. Now, one of the projects, actually one of the biggest ones, was the Viennese Nights or Viennese Ball. Right?
Vienna Soirée.
Vienna Soirée.
That was a part of Vienna Soirée.
Okay.
We made this project together. That was our first project. The second one was our son. And then we had 3 days. The first night was a concert with a...
When was it?
2008.
Okay.
And then came crisis.
Yes.
That was why we couldn't continue that.
Yes. Okay.
And we still have it in plan, so as soon as...
Yes, and we'll hope that we can still do this in spite of the
like crisis. A Vienna Ball.
We had a concert with an Austrian tenor in the Philharmonic Hall, and the second night was a combination, so Vienna Ball with Viennese cuisine and Viennese wines. So this aspect of culture.
There are a lot of pictures. So
And,
That's
and
very nice.
the third night was an exhibition of an Austrian painter.
And you want to do that again, or?
Oh, I'd love to, but
Okay, crisis, yeah.
yeah.
well, all the things that take place, and that brings me to another question. You have toured and traveled a lot across Europe and former Soviet Union. With all the latest events, have they influenced your agenda and your plans to perform? Specifically, I'm talking about Russia and all the nearby countries.
Yeah, concerning Russia, definitely, yeah. I lost actually one contract with a TV channel Russia, just at the time when these actions have been started, and it's no pity. It's not no pity for me. Of course, it's my normal civil position.
Okay.
Yeah, that's normal. But I would like to compensate this lack, yeah, in my country, and I'd love to do it.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for this possibility in my country, and yeah.
Okay.
It should be done here,
Sure.
and should all these potential should work here in our country.
Exactly.
That's my dream.
Exactly. Actually, in one of the interviews, you mentioned about Armenian diaspora. That is not. How is it doing right now in Ukraine? Because you mentioned that there was no church, Armenian Orthodox
In
Church?
Kiev, still in
Okay.
Kiev, yeah.
Okay.
They have found it. There is a place, yeah, a certain place, but actually they are doing pretty well.
All
this,
right.
yeah.
That's good.
I'm a kind of a bird who has two wings. One is Ukraine, and
Yes.
the second is Armenia.
Yes,
and
a real nice mix.
It gives double energy
Yes.
and double possibility even.
Well,
You know, the Armenian diaspora in France, they are very efficient.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
And in Ukraine, Союз Армян, how
The
it's
union
called,
of,
Armenian
Armenians,
Union, yeah. They are doing several days ago. They made a lovely exhibition in Sofia.
okay.
The churches photo exhibition about the churches, the Armenian reliquias, which are staying here, the icons. It's a huge area to study and to present to Ukrainian people as well.
And a quick question before we end. You mentioned, again, in some of your previous interviews about a lack of good concert halls and stages for quality sound and acoustics.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
I assume it hasn't changed since that interview. There was a talk about, you talked about some small opera house.
No.
I think it was open, but I don't know how well does it function.
No, the situation stays like
Okay.
it has been. Yeah.
No investment? No investment?
Yeah. No.
Nothing?
No.
Some arguing about the territorium and whom belongs the building,
Yes,
etc.
yes, there are some
And
issues.
where is this opera?
In Kiev.
In Kiev.
Small opera house. Yeah.
I think there is a real need to have a leader.
Yes. With the mind for culture.
Yeah,
I think that's
because that was my professor, Evgenia Miroshnichenko, who founded this theater.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, and when she passed away, we lost it practically.
Well, we'll keep this in mind, and we'll hope
interesting.
that things will.
Kammer opera.
Yes. Yes.
And where is that?
It's in Kiev.
In Kiev?
Yes, I told you already.
The capital
All right,
of-
it's time for us to finish the program.
Okay.
Because It was United Country, UAT time by First Ukraine. Our guest was Susanna Chakhoian, an honored artist of Ukraine and the soloist of National Opera House of Ukraine.
Olivier, Vedrine and Sergey Velichanskiy were working for you in the studio. Stay with us and we will show to you the real Ukraine.
Thank you for being with us. Have a good day and see you soon.